Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Positive developments in Kosovo, in Serbia, in Europe, in the Balkans, and that is, it seems like they worked it out. Temporarily, obviously, and why do I say temporarily? Unless there will be a Kosovo as separate from Serbia, Serbia will not be happy, and as well Kosovo or the Albanians from Kosovo who are in charge will not be happy, because they want Kosovo to be 100% outside of Serbia's influence, or any connections, anything, any umbilical cord that is still between connecting Kosovo from Serbia must be cut, and the Americans will cut it soon, or at least in at least 3 generations. Until then, it's gonna be just as it is right now, and both sides will look for a reason to cut that umbilical cord. So what happened now? If you remember, there were some issues with a former police officer who was arrested by the Kosovarian Kosovar's authorities and placed under arrest. The Serbs in the northern Kosovo, about 50,000 people, Serbs live in northern Kosovo, they barricaded the roads, and there was another issue prior to that with the license plates requirements. Supposedly they figured that out, or at least they postponed the whole issue. The license plates cannot be recognized if they're issued by Serbia in Kosovo. The people who still have license plates issued by Serbia, they have to change it into Kosovo. They didn't want to, and then all that ultimatums, European Union intervened, Brussels, they met, they talked. Anyway, the situation became tensed when this former police officer, Serbian from Kosovo, he was arrested by the authorities. I would call them Albanian Serbs, Albanian Kosovars, and if you want me to call them Kosovarians of Albanian origin, let's make it clear here. You have two different ethnic groups, Serbs and Albanians. They live in the territory, on the territory of Kosovo. So to call them Kosovarian Serbs, Kosovarian Albanians, I would call them Albanians living in Kosovo, Serbs living in Kosovo, or whatever. You will understand the difference. So anyway, this guy was arrested, the Serb from Kosovo, by the Albanians from Kosovo, by the authorities, not by any, anything that was not authorized to do that. The Serbs in Kosovo said, no, what's going on here? Then they barricaded the roads. The authorities from Pristina, the capital city of Kosovo, sent some special police units to take care of stuff. They didn't intervene in a violent way. NATO, so-called peacekeeping troops, were over there anyway, making sure that these guys don't start shooting at one another. What happened next? Vučić, the president of Serbia, sent its military to the border and high alert, ready for intervening in Kosovo if anything happens to the Serb minority in Kosovo, which is 50,000, about 50,000 according to the information I have. So they send the military over there. They ask NATO to intervene, and those about, I can remember, about between 250 and between 2,500 and 3,000 NATO troops over there, the so-called peacekeeping troops. They try to stay in between the Albanians and the Serbs. And what happened now? They negotiated, they met, which is the Serbs from Serbia, the authorities from Pristina from Kosovo, the European Union, some weasels, and the United States. These were the parties that negotiated during today, Thursday, and they reached a conclusion and an agreement, which is the police officer that was in the custody of the authorities from Kosovarian authorities, he was released but he was placed under house arrest. So this guy will be taken, brought to his house, but will stay there, will not move around. All right, what's the difference anyway? Excuse me. And Vučić, the president of Serbia, said, we will remove our army from the border with Kosovo, and the how do you call these guys? The guys with barricades will remove the barricades. So let's go back supposedly to square one with one little change, with one little, how should I put it, consequence. The former police officer will be house arrest in Kosovo at his house. So this is what's going on. That's successful because there were some shots fired at a patrol, not a car, how do you call it, a SUV vehicles. Whew, and I saved myself because, all right, a vehicle that NATO vehicle, Kosovo peacekeeping unit, whatever you want to call it, in Kosovo, but nobody was injured. The vehicle was not damaged. So these are, I have two articles. One is from Sputnik, and the other one is from Republic World. Both are from today, the 28th of December 2022. The one from Sputnik starts like this. Vučić says that Serbs in northern Kosovo will start removing barricades on Thursday morning, tomorrow. So Serbian President Aleksandar Vučić said on Wednesday that Serbs in northern Kosovo will start removing barricades on Thursday morning. All right, so that's one thing. Then let's see, we have here anything else. And on Wednesday, today, former policeman Dejan Pantić, whose arrest spurred another wave of protest by Kosovo Serbs minority, was released from custody and put under house arrest. So as you can tell, this is a second issue. Is Pantić, and the other one was the license plate. Now let's go and see the other article that comes from Republic World. Kosovo Serb whose arrest caused crisis released from jail. A former Kosovo Serb policeman whose detention triggered a major crisis between Serbia and Kosovo has been ordered released from prison and be placed under house arrest, his lawyer said Wednesday. A former Kosovo Serb policeman whose detention triggered a measure, blah blah blah. They put this two times. The December 10 arrest of Dejan Pantić led to protest by Kosovo Serbs who erected not that but multiple roadblocks in the north of the country. Pantić was detained for quote-unquote terrorism after allegedly assaulted a Kosovo police officer during an earlier protest. His lawyer, blah blah blah, told the Associated Press, you have a name, Pantovic, told the Associated Press by phone that a higher Kosovo court replaced his client's detention with house arrest. And I'm quoting, the Kosovo police are obliged to transfer Pantić to the address where he lives in Serb-populated northern Kosovo, the lawyer said. Pantovic said carrying out the order could prove problematic as Kosovo officers would need to cross the Serb barricades while transporting Pantić. Kosovo Prime Minister Albin Kurti criticized the court's decision to release Pantić to house arrest. And I'm quoting what Kurti probably said. Yes, I'm curious to know who is the prosecutor that makes a request and a judge who approves the decision to place someone on house arrest when they have a standing terrorism charge. And quote, Kurti said at the press conference, United States gave the order, shut the fuck up. Move on. Pantić arrest prompted weeks of tense standoffs punctuated by gunfire and explosions near NATO-led peacekeepers patrol and journalists. No one was seriously injured. I haven't heard of anybody being injured, not seriously. But anyway, they know best, you know. Ultimately, Serbia raised combat readiness of its troops on the border with Kosovo demanding an end to quote-unquote attacks against Kosovo Serbs. It was not immediately clear whether the former policeman's transfer to his home would diffuse the tensions, since Kosovo Serbs and Belgrade have issued several other demands, including the release of 2 other Serbs and a ban on Kosovo police entering the Serb-populated areas in northern Kosovo. Kosovo has asked NATO-led peacekeepers stationed there to remove the barriers and hinted that Pristina's forces would do it if the peacekeeping forces did not react. About 4,000 now, NATO-led peacekeepers. First one it was about 2,000, and I read it 2,500, and it was 2,700 something. Now it's 4,000. Okay, we're swelling now. About 4,000 NATO-led peacekeepers have been stationed in Kosovo since 1998-1999. Separatist war ended with Serbia's losing control of what was seen then one of its provinces. These guys are weirdos. Yeah, it was just a war, a separatist war, like the one in Ukraine, separatist war, was it? They won't tell. Kosovo declared independence, blah blah blah, tra la la. So the things are far from being solved, it seems. I'm a little bit skeptical that Pantic, the policeman, will arrive at his house warm, if you know what I mean, like breathing, or he's going to arrive over there cold, which means not breathing. That's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll. So here it's a long way from wherever he's detained to his house, and since he's in the custody of the Albanian Kosovarians, or accidents might happen, or simply, happened a little Iranian incident with morality police, if you know what I mean, with that 22 years old. He's just gonna have a heart attack. It happened before. I give this more than 50% possibility. I give it 99% or 100%. I would give it, but we'll see, and that would solve the issue. And because these guys are gonna say, well, now what? But that would definitely mean a lot of shots fired and problems. Well, we'll see. Tomorrow this guy is Pantic is supposed to arrive at home to his loved ones, and we'll see then if he's gonna be coming in one piece and warm, or in many pieces and cold, or maybe one piece and cold. We'll find out. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I didn't read in this article anything about the Serbian army moving out. Just diffused the alert state of alertness. Now they still there. Probably they want to see that everything goes smoothly, so they don't have to go back and forth. They are ready. We'll find out tomorrow. And not only. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.